So we're ending this system where I'm taking money from Becca and others in tax, paying it back in welfare bills this country can't afford. Instead, we're going to have higher wages, free childcare, lower taxes, a country living within its means. That is the economic security that I want to deliver for Becca's family and millions like her.
And in theory, of course, that sounds like a good idea. In practice, someone like Becca is not about to get a pay rise. She earns above the new living wage, which you are bringing in. Nothing's going to happen to her wages. So that £25 a week has to come out of something for which she, she's already accounted for that money. Where does she get that money from?
Well, as I say, the new national living wage will be more than £9 an hour, and it will also push up wages of people who are earning £10 or £11 an hour, of course, because the whole wage scale is going to be pushed up. You already see companies like Sainsbury's and Lidl and Morrison's getting ahead of that and starting to pay much higher wages to their workforces. And at the same time, there's free childcare coming in for 3- and 4-year-olds. And at the same time, we are cutting people's income taxes so they keep more of their income tax free. That is the new settlement. And I ask you, what is the alternative? That we allow the tax credit bill in this country, paid for by the people watching this programme, not by me, that tax credit bill to grow and grow and grow, to squeeze out spending on our National Health Service, on our education system and the like. That's not a sustainable future for Britain. So we've got to make this choice, but by making sure it comes alongside a national living wage, by making sure it comes alongside lower taxes and free childcare, it's a package that leaves, as I say, the typical family with someone working full-time on the national minimum wage better off.
OK, but, even the Institute for Fiscal Studies says that 13 million families will lose an average of £240 per annum. 3 million are going to lose £1,000. People like Becca, you're offering her jam tomorrow, but she's about to get a cut now. And I wonder just, do you not worry about these families who are going to be so badly affected? You're promising them something, but actually, in reality, you're cutting their income.
Well, if you present it like that, of course, but that is not the truth, right? The truth is the minimum wage has just gone up this week. Well, look, the truth is the minimum wage has just gone up this week to £6.70. The national living wage is coming in next April at the same time as the changes to tax credits at £7.20. Income taxes have already been cut by me by up to £1,000 for families like Becca's. So we have made a set of changes that, if you take them in the round, mean families are better off, and at the same time we have a country that has economic security where more and more of its budget is not going towards paying for welfare. That is a sustainable future for Britain. And look, we face a choice as a country. We can either decline, allow the welfare bill to become the biggest bill by far in government, squeeze out spending on our National Health Service, means we have to fire teachers and nurses and the like. I don't want that to be my country. Okay. That's not the country I want for my children or anyone else's children. I want economic security, a country living within its means, people getting proper, decent wages with a national living wage. And that is what we're delivering.
The difficulty is, though, however you explain it, people don't see it as fair, do they, that comes into force? And one of the consequences of that, which we've seen, are the significant anti-austerity protests. We saw thousands turning out in Manchester, didn't we? And they were targeting people as they went to the Tory party conference. We know that Jeremy Hunt was one of those who was ambushed on his way in there. Are you worried, then, about how much a strength of feeling there is across the country for your plans and for how unfair people do feel they are?
Well, I just don't think that is representative at all, frankly. That was a big trade union march. There's always a trade union march against the Conservatives when we have a conference, because the trade unions pay for the other political party in this country, the Labour Party. So I don't think we should find that too surprising. Let's remember the commitments we've made on welfare, including these £12 billion of savings we've been talking about. We're in a general election manifesto, and 11 million people voted for the Conservatives. They voted for the Conservatives because David Cameron and this party offer stability, security and opportunity. They're on the words on the platform behind me. And they're not a slogan, they are a reality for people and their daily lives. And the alternative, insecurity, instability, a lack of opportunity, is what you get if you don't take the decisions needed to fix this country and make sure it's got a bright future. And so we're going to go on taking those decisions. Okay. We're going to go on favouring the bold decisions on infrastructure and the like, on getting us out of, for example, our big shares in the banks so that we have a banking system that lends. And just a few minutes ago, we've announced a big sale of Lloyd's shares to members of the public, people watching this programme, small investors, people who are going to have a chance to get something back, having put all that money in under the last Labour government.
OK, sorry to interrupt. I know you have other interviews to do. Very briefly, you sound like you're making a pitch to be the next Conservative Party leader, are you?
No, I'm making a pitch for the economic security that this country needs, and I'm extremely focused on the job of Chancellor of the Exchequer delivering security for Becca and all the other families in this country who rely on this government making these decisions. Because I tell you, if you don't make these decisions, then you do get that insecurity, that instability that this country experienced in the past, and I don't want it to see again.
Yes, there are some Labour MPs, maybe more than some, who do not agree with me on my belief that we should not be renewing our nuclear fleet, the Trident system. We should instead be investing that money in high technology engineering and protecting jobs.